In this video, I'll show you how to start your TeamPassword trial and set up your account. From the home page, click Get Started. I'll enter my name, my company name, and my business email address. Here I'll create my master password. This is the password you'll use to log into TeamPassword. It should be unique, long, and memorable. It needs to be a minimum of 12 characters. We recommend longer. You can create a passphrase or even repeat a shorter password 1 or 2 times, since password length is crucial from a security perspective. Now notice this pop-up from Chrome. Do not use this. Unfortunately, it's not reliable. Chrome is notorious for overwriting passwords. I'll show you how to disable it in a moment. Please note this password cannot be reset if lost. TeamPassword does not know your password, and we don't have a backdoor into your account to allow for a password reset. Password managers are designed to avoid the security flaws inherent in being able to unlock the customer's account. This ultimately does leave you responsible for one password. Now notice Chrome is popping up trying to save this password. We don't want to use Chrome's password manager since it will interfere with TeamPassword, so let's make it stop offering to save passwords. Again, don't rely on your browser to remember your master password, since the browser might overwrite the password they've saved when they think they've detected an update. Now I'll guide you through the onboarding flow. If you have your passwords in a CSV or spreadsheet, you can jump ahead to the timestamps where I demonstrate inviting new users and using the import tool. If you're just starting out with password management, follow along and we'll do some basic setup. I'll create preliminary password groups. These can be whatever you want, but typically our customers segregate passwords based on department, so employees only have access to the accounts they need. Now let's invite our first team member. Sarah needs access to some accounting and HR records. A member permission level is fine for now. We can always change it later. I'll create my first record later in the video, so let's hit continue. There's a link to the importer there as well if you want to jump straight there. Take a moment to install the appropriate extension for your browser, since this is the easiest way to interact with TeamPassword during your day, and it enables autofill. Alright, let's continue to your home dashboard. The first thing to know is where to find your admin settings. Click your email in the top right, click your organization name. In the Groups tab, we can manage those groups we created during onboarding and create new groups as needed. You can also see what team members are in each group. If you're starting from scratch with password management, I recommend setting up those groups now. If you work with clients and need their passwords, create a group named after the client to keep their passwords organized. You can then add members to this group, and later we'll see how to add a password to a specific group. The People tab is where you'll invite new users, adjust permission levels, and remove people if necessary. When you invite a new user, you'll select their permission level and which password groups to add them to. The previous page has a table to remind you of what each permission level entails. If you have your passwords in a CSV or spreadsheet, use the import tool to bring them to TeamPassword. We have an in-depth video linked in the description on how to properly format your CSV to use the tool. I recommend watching it before performing the import. The Cliff Notes version of that video is to download the template, move your passwords into it, or format your current file to match the template, and then walk through the import tool. You've set up groups and invited your team members, so we're ready to create some new records. Let's go back to our home dashboard. When you need to create a new record, click the plus button on your home dashboard. The only required field is the name. I recommend adding a root level domain to help autofill work. I can generate a password if needed. This notes field can be expanded and used for whatever you need, so you're not limited to just storing logins. Now I need to choose who to share the password with. If I try to save it right now, it'll give me an error and ask me to make a selection. I can share it with only me, which is known as a private record, or click my organization to reveal the available groups. Let's see the new record in action. I logged into the extension previously, so I can open it and click to autofill. I can also search for and open records right from the extension. If autofill isn't working, I can click the eye and copy-paste the credentials. Let's do a quickfire round of other settings you should know. First, go to your personal settings where you can turn on 2FA for your account. Once it's on, you can go to admin settings and require all users on your organization to use 2FA, but you must have enabled it on your own account first. In security, select the session timeout length for your organization. The activity log will start filling up with data as team members use TeamPassword. I hope this walkthrough has been helpful. Please check the description for additional resources and reach out to us with any questions.